Stupid power cut. Right, where are we? Best stream ever. Bloody power cut. Amazing. Well, you just missed. Literally just had a power cut. Everything. So we're back up and running anyway. So we've had a push down on NQ. If we're going to go and flip bullish now, then I'm going to be looking for a sequence 1, right? Or a corrective. Well, it's a sequence 1 either way. Gold, we have break even. Tap, up, BE. Gold is still in a strong trend. Yeah. The only thing that I would say is this is the bullish transition here. This is continuation. Bullish transition. These are just continuations where it's failed transition and it's gone back bullish again. That being said, we do carry on. I like these highs. See how I was bearish when I left it? I have to clean all this up, sorry. Got a sequence 1. Choo. Nice bear shower. ES, we've got a gap on NQ and we've got a gap on ES. This is the gap here. So we might come up and fill this gap if we are going to turn around. NQ's gap is here. Let's get rid of this now, just clean it up from the previous stream where we got kicked off. So this is our gap. Took the highs. Monday took Friday's highs, right? Gapped up. So if we're going to continue on bullish, then why do I have a big purple line? I don't know. Really thick purple line. What the hell? Right. Still got the gap down here as well. What do I want to see? Big drive up yesterday. Oh, some great trades. Unfortunately, I was out. Well, look like we're going to close above the open. So, are we ready to see whether we're going to get a sequence 1? Could be a trade coming now. We're going to need to see everything come together, right? We need to see it's above the open line. We need to see everything really clean. We want to see whether we're going to start transitioning bullish if we are going to go bullish. And have a good push in the last part of the hour. Let's see. I think a transition is possible. Where are we? It's got to do some pushing for us to get back up there. So just looking at all the higher time frames, bullish, right? Hey, hey, hey. So we've taken this low. Not on there. And we've got a lot of movement down. Gold is very much coming the other way. YM. Bearish. Interesting. Let's fix YM. So I'm just changing YM to start at half past rather than on the opening of the hour. Yeah, I want late signals. Yeah, our data improves. So our data on YM is 68%. Let's just go up time frames. Just increase that. Yeah, 64, 63%. So we get really good data when we're using regular trading hours. We are on a 2 hour. Let's just go down to the 1 hour. So YM is in a strong bearish. 2 hours strong bearish. 3 hour is bearish. So we can expect that this is our high for YM. So we've already taken Monday's low. Yeah, some nice signals. Beautiful. When was this? Last Tuesday. YM's looking the cleanest at the moment for me. Three hours in a sequence 1 for ES. So we are looking bearish. EUR USD. Corrective bullish. Which is bearish. Have taken the low, so expect this to be our high. Run out of time. It's sitting a little bit groggy. Gold's gone into a corrective stage. It'd be interesting to see where the gold transitions now. Whether we do go into a bearish phase. We've had this bullish push. We've had all this bullish push and not been able to take this high. Same thing again here, right? Went bullish, transition bearish, dropped, gone bullish again. Unable to take this high. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Watch gold with this zero line. Starting to weaken. Keep an eye on gold. We've still got an 85% probability of a new low on YM. Looking nice and corrective. Will we tap the 50%? I don't think we will. It's quite high up, that push. Could use this open line here. Hello, Mohammed. There it goes. See if it closes. We're going to get a wick down. I'd really like to see this 50% tapped on YM. NQ, we've got a bearish hour because obviously NQ's just started. This is going on the half pasts. Corrective. So we've got our corrective bearish now on sequence 2. So we might have a bit of messing around with NQ. So I'm just going to give it a bit of space. Still bearish on ES. Two hours gone corrective, bullish on CL, which is bearish. When did the 2 hours start? 2 hours just started. And now it's flipping bullish, so... Oh, we got corrective bullish, bullish, now bullish. We need to see more data with CL kick in. Gold's giving us a nice kick down. Coming down to this 0 line. Gold could have a nice strong move down. Let's really keep an eye on it. We're still corrective bullish into sequence 2. Could go into a sequence 1 bearish on gold. And if that comes towards that 0 line and we transition, this corrective phase could be over and we could be seeing a nice move down. Keep your eye on gold. Oh, I've been kicked out. Apologies before if you're on the stream and I had the power cut. Sorry. Got back on as quick as I could. Got a few things I've not loaded yet. Can't take trades without our portal, can we? Whoa. Oh my god. It's not loaded everything that I was looking for. It'll do. Hang on. Oh, I really like gold. We need to try and find a way into gold, yeah? Yep. We'll see. What the hell? Really weird. Just looking at my gold on Ninja Trader, and it's already back at the open. It's up here. It's weird. Very strange. Very strange. So we're still expecting this hour on NQ. Where we're coming up to. We've already taken the high of the previous hour, so this gives us a 63% probability of this hour closing bullish as well, right? So let's add that on. We've taken the high. Let's look at some of these confluences. Gap filled on NQ. Let's see what it wants to do. Gap filled. ES hasn't filled the gap yet. Might be we might be banging a little bit too hard on the music. Sorry about that. Calm. That's more for when I'm coding. Corrective bullish means bearish. Okay. Coming up to the 0 line. We're still bearish on... It's very strong as well. On Trend AI. Ah. Thought so. Sneaky. Gap filled. Previous day high here. Yep. Yes, they are. Some are making very good money. I was in XRP and I am still in XRP. But I'm not a the meme pump trades. Not me. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of money to be made in a lot of them. But yeah, I have a bag of crypto, as we all should have investments in crypto. Just wait till the bear market comes. All the crypto people will hide away again. So we filled the gap, right, on NQ. Gap filled. So let's see. Objective complete. Whether it wants to flip and go bearish. Or whether we're going to carry on. We'll see now. We've got our high, right? High and low. This hour, here and here. First indication will be taking those as well. We are still very bearish on our trend YM. Still very bearish. Couldn't quite get that retracement back up within time. So could put a stop here though. 50% like that. Could have done that. Didn't really think too hard about it. Not quite. Gold have a gap. Oh yeah, gold's filled its gap too. Yeah, still hasn't filled its gap. So that'll be left open, we'll see. Yeah. CL. It's got a big gap below. Bullish on the higher time frames. Oof. So this is our low for the hour. This is our high. We've got another tick on the box as well. I think it's 62%. We are stacking our confluences. We are trading patience, waiting for those setups. Now, statistically, we are expecting that this is our low if we are going to go bullish, right? Be nice to see this high go first. Will do, Mohammed. Will do. You have to think, though, the only thing I'd say is for crypto, it's very different when they pump, right? It's not like they're not like traditional markets. They're new assets. And the volatility kicks in. Like they can run for ages. I tend to use more traditional analysis on crypto. But I do like Trend AI and even the Algo as well. Depends how long, obviously, the pair's been going for, how much data we can get, because obviously some of them haven't been going that long. So not likely for us to take Monday's low. It's all the way down here. Monday's high. Let's talk a little bit about these probabilities, right? So our algo is corrective bearish, pointing down, which means this probability is of the hour closing bearish. So that means that there is a 73% probability that it closes bullish, right? So that's where we get that from. This is our previous hour high. I have built the data around collecting when we take the previous period, what the probability is of this period closing bullish and bearish. That's roughly where it sits for the first segment when we take it in segment 1. This is looking nice. Might pop, take this high, then we can look at getting our lazy boy Here's our open line. When we close above the open line, I can show you this one. So here, when we close above the open on segment 1, so for the last 99 times that we did it, 71% closed, the hour closed bullish. So that initial close above the open just gives us a initial directional bias as well. Segment 2, 71%, same thing, right? Segment 3 increases that probability to 78%. %. I think 533 times is enough data. I'll take 73, 60. We'll round it up. 68%. It's 94. So early probability, stacking towards bullish, right? So if we know we're getting that bullish probability, we've also then got our data around where we expect the high to be. Right? And low. So if we're bullish, segment 1 and 2 make up over 70% of our bullish lows, right? So right now, we're 17 minutes in. And I'll increase the data. I'll increase the segments, get more accurate. 66% probability our low's already in. Right? Likelihood this is our low. We're just looking for a little bit more confirmation of taking this high. Because right now we've got our low and our high in segment 1. I need to come out of... There we go. We have crossed the 0 line. A bit weak when we've crossed. That's the only thing I'd say. There's a cross down. Right. We haven't seen that same movement yet. Still bearish on Trend AI. Let's have a look. IM is... Oh, we got news at 10, haven't we? That's what we're waiting for. Just trying to think then. Oh, I was waiting for something, wasn't I? Apologies, you were expecting T-Bone instead of me. He was due on. Oh, we've had news. 10's happened. Beautiful news candle. It was only jolts. I think it wasn't major. Huge. All right. Last candle. So this is the open price. Let's see whether we close above or below. Okay, we've closed above. So it's another tick towards closing above, albeit very, very close. Let's see. This didn't really increase the probability too much. We've equaled the low, taken the low. So now we're more likely bearish, right? In the statistical data, the algo has gone bearish as well. Starting to bend round. With that failure, so we need to start these again. Okay, so we now have this as our high. Now we've got our confirmation. What we don't have is, we haven't taken the previous low, which isn't good. We are bearish on trend AI. We do have a sequence 1. We're right in the middle of where the where everything is. We'd have to go back above the open, which I don't like. ES stayed bearish, stayed under, corrected, but we haven't got the we've got 3 hour probability on ES. I think this is the 3 hour. I need to put on 3 hour. So we're still in we're in our second hour. So that low getting taken gives us high probability for ES. So on ES, we could be looking at retracement here. And we could actually take our stop above here, which is fine, or we can take our stop to here. We've still got quite a long time. Segment 1. So it's an early indication. So half an hour is segment 1. Hour is segment 2. Yeah, okay. So we've taken the data. So our high is in segment 2. So yeah. ES. We could be looking at an entry here. What else have we got in line? We've taken the previous 3 hour low. So I like more on ES than I do on NQ. What is going on? Right. That's better. Stupid. Thing not working. Oh, it just looks like it's going to go. Yay, yay, yay. I don't think it's going to come back, but I'm looking at this. There's the trade. Yeah, it's going. It's going to go. Next level's all the way at the bottom. For liquidity. And we're going to go all the way to the bottom on here. Well, and all the way to the bottom, but this... It's not... Well, here's Monday's low. Can't see it's going all the way down there yet, but I mean, we can. It's making a strong move. It's going to make a move without us, so... IM is still holding, although it's starting to do that arch before a big drop. Didn't get tagged in on YM either. NQ. Now NQ coming below that zero line is interesting. It is interesting. We are on a bearish. It could really go. And I think what I might do on NQ is I'm going to use a tighter stop. Oh, amazing. It's not fucking come on. I'm going to go... Buy limit. And then I've got my 3. Should be above the open. 27 minutes in. And then, where is that? Nice strong level there. Sorry, I am just focusing on watching this. See if we can go under this zero line here. It's leveling out a bit too much for my liking. I wanted to see that go. If we take that low, that'll be nice. After that wick down, then to push through it, show volume. What we don't want to see is just a retracement and then another bounce. See this cross this zero line? Come on. Let's go. Get under. Get under. Go, 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 go. It might not. I mean, this is looking like, you know, like a nice wick. It's just this, we're at the zero line now. So it's just if it's just going to go, we need it to go. If it's going to go, like it didn't there, it needs, if it's going to come through, it needs to go, otherwise correct and go, which looks more likely what's going to happen. Just struggling to get conviction with it. We've got a bearish hour, so we're still expecting probabilities for our lows to come later on, right? Yeah, I think the bullish sides. We might do a tap of the below, but we're not. We're struggling to go down. We wanted this push here. If it was going to go, I wanted to see it come through this level. We have crossed the zero line. Our trend AI has been very bearish, but we're tinkering above and below, so we'll see. Our 50% retracement is here from the high. ES, that was the where we were looking at the 50% retracement. We are 30 minutes in, so we've still got time on that, but we're not expecting ES to retrace there. More bearish ES, that was the trade that I was hoping for. YM's got a new hour, now we're halfway through. Very bearish on YM. I will be looking for something on here. As you can see, all the time frames are aligned. Much more cleaner. CL is on its way. So we have closed under. That is a close under the zero line. But if we look at the angle, it's a starting to come around. We want to see it drop. It was a very weak crossover here, but that doesn't mean we can't correct. And this looks very corrective here. So if this goes, I think that'd be, yeah. And the algo's now switching as well. So instead of waiting, so I am out. Where was he in? Here. So I've just got out. Rather than focus on playing it out, I've got a short loss and I'm done. So I'm out on there. We're switching between different things. I wanted to see if we were going to come under. I wanted to see the drop. Could still go. I need to take my limit order off ES. It's too late now. Yeah. I mean, realistically, obviously, this is where our stop is if we're playing that move, but just with us coming down, not able to drop. We are still bearish because obviously we've closed below here, closed below. Haven't taken. We took the previous hour low, and we took the previous hour high, so that's not in our favour. But the fact that we didn't drop then, when we were coming under, that's a bad sign. Which is why I cut the trade short straight away. Saw the algo flipping. Failed to go under. Starting to come around. Boom. Out. Obviously, if we'd have hesitated, this is where my stop is, right? Just cut my trades out. If it's not playing out how we want it to play, I'm quite happy to take a little bit of a loss compared to taking a full loss. So YM's already taken the high of the hour. Yay, 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 yay. Was an early trade. It was more focused on this. Normally, obviously, we'd be looking for the low to go, right? Confirm candle structure. We've hit the 50% mark, so that would have been the lazy boy setup, right? So if you're trading lazy boy, that would be your entry here. But your algo is against you, so there's no trade. So if we replay, right? So if you're playing lazy boy, we're bearish, that's fine. Right, we've changed corrective, order off, algo's changed, shouldn't be getting tagged in, right? As soon as you see that change, you're off, right? Boom, order off, no tagging. YM's already taken the low, which is good. Everything's bearish on YM. Might try and sneak a trade on YM while we're right close to that. Nothing crazy. And then let's just see where we close. Want to see this close below the open. So we've got counter things, right? So we took the previous hour. That gives us, what, a 67% probability of closing bullish. Algo's flicking between, so it's not giving us much on that in terms of where it goes. So strong probability. We closed above, we closed above, we closed below. So this hour needs to close above. If this closes, this minute closes above, that is segment 4, which is then 80% probability. So that's closed above, which is now giving you an 80% probability of the hour with these things aligned. So it'll be interesting to see now how that plays out. YM is now fucking dropping. So YM closes above, which is not what I wanted, but see you later. ES, nice and bearish. ES has been really clean. All the algos are aligned, right? YM's the same. CL's the same. NQ has been is in a bit of a up and down. Trend AI has been bearish the entire time. Hasn't flickered, right? What's the risk on here? 20. All right. Six, 12 minutes. 50, 60%. So try and neaten this up for you. So I'm using 10 segments on this just to increase the number of data. So we are I'm looking at it here in terms of we start at 1/2 past. So this is the 12-minute candle. And at this point, there's a 63% probability that this is our high. Now, all the algos are bearish, including the 3-hour, everything. So because of risk, I just was taking a trade here below the open. On YM. I want to see this logo. So we're not risking a lot on this trade. It's about 15 ticks. It's 150. Looking for a 4-hour return. Although I do think if we could go further. Wait for the next hour on ES. Wait for something a bit cleaner on NQ. Stick with CL. YM. Yes. We want to see this go. Really want to see a push through. I think what I'll do here is put my stop on break even. Hang on. If we come back up above there, don't really want to entertain. I want to see it push through the low. If we come back above now, that's not what I want. I mean, we're not risk. It's not a high risk trade. Obviously, it's 150. If we get a 4R here, then that'll be 600. But if not, we'll just take a break even and wait for a confirmation, full confirmation. Stop just must be one tick higher, like that. Not been taken out yet. So we want to see the 9-minute candle close below the open. So the reason why I'm at break even is because we closed above here. So there's a 67% probability that this is our high if we're going to go bearish, but we need to see a close below the open because right now we closed above the open. So that was a 1-tick save. So we got one more candle after this. Seeing it close below the low be really important. NQ's come down. See, we took the risk off. I got out the trade here. Looks like we might see that new low. And now we're coming below the 0 line. Again, if it's going to go, it needs to clear these lows. Messing around. Break even on YM. That's just gone. We'll wait and see whether we take the low. Leave that alert on. Wonder if it's going to drive up. We'll see. ES has put in a new low. But yeah, we didn't get the entry on ES. So YM now takes the high, which gives it more likely this is the low. That doesn't mean that it can't come down and take it, but right now, from a entry point of view, nothing there for us. That's interesting. So we haven't had a lazy boy set up yet. Closest one we had was NQ here, but the algo changed before we got tagged in. This was a early entry from me. Risk here, closed early. We were aiming for these lows. Now we're getting that move down. Now we've come over the zero line. Again, this was the move I was hoping for here. Just a bit more messing around. So we've got 7 more minutes for the hour. We got 3 hours. So we got sequence 1 on ES. Wrong way. Apologies. Kind of past the point of really where we'd want to be in the trade. I think probability is probably gone now. Let's have a look. We're on 3 hour. So there's still a 70% probability of another low. But that we'll see what happens when we get a new hour. That might drop further. Well, it will drop further. Trend AI, it still hasn't even flickered from a bearish. I think we could be see this logo next hour. Just gonna wait. Obviously, if the algo hadn't changed, this would have been the trade anyway, right? But we did get a change on the algo. That's why we didn't take the 50%. Trade would have played out. Possible. Where are we now? So we've done our first hour, right? So let me just check where the 50% is for the first hour. Close below. huge advantage. Trade's done. Might just have to be a bit patient, right? Let's wait for that trade. So if we had the algo aligned, we'd be looking at a 50% retracement here, targeting the high extension as well. But we're all bearish on the algo, even though we get a buy signal, so we can't take that trade. You know, we haven't got anything giving us anything for longs other than our hourly data is confirmed. Hourly data is strong. You know, right now there's an 81% probability this is our low, right? Still a 79% probability another high, but it's one probability. Our other probabilities are against us. We've taken the previous hour low. That adds probability to bearishness. We closed below the open at we closed above the open at 39, which was positive. Closed above the open, so we've got two statistics in our favor for bullish. We've got closing above the open twice, which is a 73% probability. So it looks like NQ delivers its statistic, right? So you might get all statistics in this. So we take the low, we close bearish just, or let's see, 30 seconds left. So we do expect this to be a bearish hour, right? For this to work out, it's got to close above the open. So that will count as a bullish candle. We opened here, closed there. This is our hourly high. Not hourly low. Previous hour took the high. I really want to see if NQ's going to go bullish. I just want to see everything align. A bit messy here. Data plays out in the sell signal. Doesn't look like a bearish candle if there was a bullish candle. Did close bullish. Strong push above the open in the first part of the hour, right? And we've gone back. Whoa, there we go. 15 seconds just crossed the zero line. 30 seconds is coming up. Let's see if this is the attack to the previous high. Feels like it We struggled to go down, right? Came over there, didn't go down. Came over there, just took the low. Coming back above that zero, coming to that zero line again. So here's our data points for NQ. Taking the previous period's high and low, closing above the open. And highs and lows in the first 10 and 20 minutes. Our algo is in favour of the bulls. Corrective bearish, meaning that we have a 66% probability of closing bullish. So we're looking for I'd like it higher. It's bearish. Really want to see this transition though. We haven't seen any transition. Make sure I got my settings right. Yeah. No transition. Apologies if you were expecting tea today. He literally, as he got home, got a bug. Has not been well. I think all up till sort of half an hour before going live, he was expecting to be with you. We've had a break-even trade on YM, which was this. Came down. Stop at break even. And then on NQ, I was short and my stop was here. I got out way early, just algo switched. Trade would have played out in the basis of it coming and taking a new low, but no. We closed bullish on the hour. We broke the previous hour high, which I don't like doing. I like to keep everything aligned. But and our trend eye was bearish. We are coming back above the zero line again. So we're expecting, are we now going to get that messing around? Now get that real move. So we want to, if we take this high, this gives us segment 1, which was a 67% probability of closing bullish, right? So if we take this high, and this was our previous period's high. PPH. ES is still all aligned for bearish. YM, it was a shame. we were looking at getting that continuation. Although we took the high, which took, that's why I went break even here. Our issue was this, right? So 9-minute candle closed above the open. 9-minute candle closed above the open. 9-minute candle closed above the open. So right now, that is giving a statistical bullish factor. We also then took this high, which gives a very high probability of this being our low. So the short trade just not quite there. When we closed below here, I was hoping that this would be our move down, which is why when we came to here, stop was at break even. Yeah, I think there's been, in the schools, there's been a sickness bug going around. I know his boys had it about a week a bit ago. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to be on today. I was focused on other stuff, and then last minute. So I wasn't really prepared for today, but we're here. Seems like I missed all the great action yesterday. I was at meetings yesterday, unfortunately. Look, everyone had a great day. There was some great lazy boy trades. Only one I caught this morning was gold. Wasn't a lazy boy, but because it was a sequence one and we were coming above and everything was aligned, I was in here. Took profit there. Yeah. Bearish, bullish, bearish. I'm just not liking NQ. It's just not as sticking with me. ES I prefer. So okay. So ES has hit the 3-hour lazy boy. So the 3 hours at 1%. Why wasn't I not just listening, focusing on that, right? So this is the 3-hour lazy boy. Now, probability is at 56%. So, still in favour. But this would have been your 3-hour, right? Was late. 56% when this candle printed. Was saying when we were here, it's like, But, you know, there's still good probability of another low. Oh no, 50.91. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. It's not great. 50%. I should really go up time frame if I'm looking at the 3-hour. Let's go up to 10-minute. All right, 56%, 60%. That's better. %. Get up to like 4,000 records. Sorry, 1,700 records on the bearish side. 39% probability in the last segment on the 3-hour, which is the last half an hour, I think, on the 3-hour. And just get rid of that. So this is the low that I put the alert on. So based on hourly data, right? So hourly data, we'll have this as our low, and there's a 95% probability of that being our low right now for a bullish candle. But the 9-minute candle closed below the open. So that gives you in segment 3 a boom, there's your bearish data. Bearish, bearish. So we took the low, right? We took the low of the previous hour. That gave you statistical advantage that the hour would close bearish. We closed below the open on... Sorry, we closed above the open here, above the open. And then when this one closed below the open, that's then giving you a... I think segment 4 is the highest probability for this. 73%, right? So 64% for the first two, and then when that one, that's just giving us a 73% probability of bearish. Now we've taken the low as well. All right, my alert's just gone. No. Yeah, I want to remove the confirmation now. You can go. It's a shame. Just didn't quite align up for us for the short. Didn't get the high probability high here, right? So 60% probability. So gold's got an early confirmation sell. Close below. Early sell on ES. Staying away from ES. So NQ. So I'm looking at ES, YM. CL, but CL's bullish, and we have an early sell signal on BL, on CL. So Holding it. Nearly took the previous ISI, didn't they? So, I mean, meh, meh, meh. We could just have a range day. At which point, where is it? Let's see. Starting to weaken. Little bits of movement, but not much. I think it's one of those days. Preserve your capital. Take an opportunity if it comes, but don't chase anything today. So gold closing above. Right, close below, close above. Take this high, that'll flip bullish. Right now we have an early signal for this being our high. We are below the zero line. We are weakening on trend AI to bearish. We were looking at gold in that obviously we transitioned bearish here, right? So we had this big drop down, transition bullish, failed to even come back to the top of here for gold. So we've transitioned bullish, failed to transition back to bearish, failed to transition back to bearish. If we now transition to bearish, which we've taken all of the lows here, right, on dynamic TP, it's come lower down. If this transitions now, potentially we could see that continuation. So we're just waiting on gold. It can be a bit messy. We need to see the transition happen. Right. So keep an eye on gold. CL takes the high, will confirm long. We're on sequence 2. 6 and a 3. 74% probability if we take the high. Equal highs. Equal highs. Important candle. There's our next liquidity level. NQ. It's taken the high. Let me just move this out of the way. So NQ took the high, right? It's taken it in segment 3. This is my working on data chart. I was testing a new one. Let me just put this one back on. Just cleaning this out before we go giving it out. So we took the high in segment 3. There I am. I'm on the 10-minute. That's why. Holding those possibilities, right? When we've taken the segment, when we've taken the previous hour's high of the 621 times, 81 of them happened in segment 3, and when they did, there was an 84% probability. So NQ I mean, it's weak, but right now, obviously that previous day high being taken, 80% probability of being bullish. So we've broken the last high. We're closing above the open. So tick. Tick. Algo is only 66%, so that's not a tick. Trend AI, still not. We are above, and that's a tick. This is where we expect our low now for the hour. Right. Not super clean, but new hour on YM in 5 minutes. Gold confirms long. We are coming up. We haven't yet transitioned fully bearish. Let's see. CL's hit the liquidity. Here's the issue with CL. There's the next liquidity. Oh no, sorry. Oh no. Oh, we have. Yeah, next one is up here. It's quite a way. And here's our liquidity below. Here's a lazy boy setup. CL doesn't often like to give you a retracement. It likes to go. Leave you behind, but we'll see. NQ confirms long. This is now corrective on the hourly. So we can actually look at a trade on the hourly. So we've got... haven't taken the high. Bearish. So previous day high for NQ is a good target. What do you mean, my impossible indicator? So that's just liquidity lines. The probabilities are built around. This is the algo. This is the statistics of the high and low. So it's impossible is completely separate to Max Algo, right? Completely different. CL's gone as well. Like I said, CL likes to go when we get a signal, when everything's aligned. Doesn't like to usually leave you in. Just likes to go. Not quite 1R on that one. That would have to hit there for the 1R. Oh. So this is Max Algo. And what we're looking at here is a set of different probabilities, right? So this is showing us the statistical probability of where the high and low of a candle is, a bullish candle or a bearish candle, right? So if we are, let's look at NQ. So we're bullish. Yeah, we take the high here, which means the lower the candle, the low of this hour is where I've put this probability. Let me just move this. So you can see this is the first candle of this hour, and that's the low, which is our 77% probability, right, at the time when we took that. So this is collected data on all bullish and bearish candles and highlighted and broke them into an hour into 6 segments, so 10-minute segments. Each one of these lines shows 10 minutes. We've now taken the previous day's high. So this gives us our time and price. So when we took that, the high was in segment 3. So if we're going to go bearish, of the 186 times, the only 10%, the high was in segment 3. We can increase that data. Let's go up. Still 10%, 84. 832 bearish candles. We can see that the bearish highs were in segment 1 and 2 for a good total of 70%. And if we're bullish, again, you can see 68%, 73% probability that the low for a bullish candle is in the first two segments. So, with that being said, there's our low, segment 1, segment 2. We take the high. Statistically more likely this is our low. So if that's our low, where's our high going to be, right? So flip the other way. Bullish highs, segment 5 and 6. Segment 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6 is from 40 to from here to here, right? Oh. So this is where we expect our high to be in. Our algo is corrective bearish, and bullish. The 1 hour is saying that there's a 33% probability of closing bearish, which means that there's 66% probability of closing bullish, right? So if you remember at the beginning of this hour, we wrote these down, right? Algo, 66% bullish. So we've taken the previous day high. So what happens when we take the previous day high? A lot of people start looking for opposing trades, right? Reverse and go the other way. Let's see. Here's our fair value gap. So it is our inverse fair value gap. So let's see whether we worry about it. This is our open. This is our last point of order flow. So we would expect that to hold. We only take lazy boys when we're above 70%. So we don't have a lazy boy setup, right? Just showcasing statistically where we are. We still have a 76% probability of a new high. ES is, you know, it's got some of the, it's got at least got the algo in line. There's a 92% probability, 98% probability. Oh no, closing bearish. Flipping between the two. What that means is, if that's coming down and changing, you're removing your limit order. But we're bearish on trend AI. We're below the zero line. We haven't taken the previous one's high. You know, it's not enough confluence for me anyway on that one, which is why I'm not in that trade. A CL would have hit 1R. I do like CL when compared to the others. CL does retrace less. When you've got a high probability sequence, it will go. There's our distribution. Hit our distribution. NQ's done the same, and the previous day high. So this is our open for the hour. Let's see. You could say this is order flow going as well. Trend AI has been bearish. Still, you know, obviously while it's starting to, it's still a strong trend. It's not a weak trend. So, and then we're going back to bearish again. That's gone. That's a good sign for the bears. YM's got a new hour. We've already taken the low on YM, which is great. We're still bearish on YM. Let's see if I can get my trade on YM. This is what I've been focused on. Look at the strength. Really, really bearish. We've had 7 minutes in of the hour. We've taken the 6 minute low. So we have a slight advantage that this is our high. Again. Which is what we were playing here. So a segment is a time period. So we take our time and we break it into at what point, right? So when anyone ever says there's a 76% probability of the day closing bullish when we take the previous day's high, for example, okay, well, at what point? If we do it right at the start, is it still 76%? If we do it in the middle, if we do it near the end, you know, how does that impact on that probability? So the segments give you that. They break that time period you're looking at and break it into segments and say, at this point, when we've done it at, you know, same thing as like days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on a Monday, on a Tuesday, at what point during an hour when we break the low or close above or close below, you know, at what point does that make that statistic? So segments are really important because they show you how much they influence the whole statistic, right? So we can see in the first 6 minutes, because I've put it to 10 segments in an hour, there's a 47% probability. So this is just 47. When we get to 12 minutes, we add another 15% on. So 57, 63. At 12 minutes. Low's gone on ES. CL still going. NQ coming back. So we're going to look for a new hour on NQ. Maybe the algos might align. I like ES from a bearish point of view. We didn't get tagged in, right? If you were tagged in on the 3 hour, then obviously you're looking for that 3 hour to take the low. Stop was here. But we didn't take that either because probability was down at close to 50%. So we weren't in it. Gonna drive, take this low. Come on. YM. See if I can get a trade on YM. Gold. Here's the open price. Still closed above. Nothing on NQ. Bearish, bearish, bearish. ES is definitely better. YM, definitely better, right? Bearish, bearish, bearish. And we've taken the previous one low. Great, so we've taken the low again. Where's the liquidity? Way down there. We took the low, didn't we? Okay, so I'm just going to remove this, just clean it up. So right now, we've got a 63%. All the good stuff, we've taken the low, right, straight away. 63% probability that, in fact, let's just go on and check it. Let's change it to YM. So segment 1, 63%. 62, 63. So this gave us a 63% probability of closing bearish. This low going gave us a 63% probability of this being the high. The algos are predicting, right? Bearish, bearish, bearish. I was considering going in at that point. We're now going to have to look at a retracement entry. Four, 718. Yeah, oh, don't go without me, YM. It's going to be one of those days. So just to go through, we've taken the low. That gives us good probability of 63% probability of having a bearish hour. All the algos are bearish, 68%, 68%, 89% bearish. We've closed below the open multiple times. And we, on the 12-minute here, which was these 2 bits of data, we closed below again. So 12 at 18 will increase that probability. I'm going to watch NQ on the next hour when it opens, so 15 minutes. So let's just think about NQ in 15 minutes time. Not sure whether we're going to get tagged in on this trade on YM. Looking at this liquidity down here. This level. This is what I'm thinking. We've still got plenty of time for a new low, so even if we were just playing a new low trade, our entry point's now 715. Still early. Like NQ today. I want to see what the interesting. We'll leave them on. So we're looking at bearish possibilities. 74% probability our highs in. I've gone the wrong way. My apologies. Just going to keep this clean. So this is our open. This is our high. Till here. Right now our data on the high is 74%. Come on, YM. Oh, man. There's just nothing else. Well, next hour, NQ and ES. But, oh, this is gone then. Let's get rid of this. So we closed above the open, closed above the open. This hour, we very, very, very much expect to stay above this open. Right. So that's why I'm saying we'll wait till the new hour. If we're looking to go short, we'll look at doing that in the next hour if we break the lows and everything else aligns. ES. Beautiful. So the 3 hour trade, would have been the low, obviously, so you'd have been close to TP, but you'd have had TP1, break even on the 3 hour, which was our sequence 1. YM coming up. Let's see if we can get tagged in. Make sure I got my stop right. Yeah. So on our 10-minute candles, there's our gap. No, no, no. There's the wick there. That's it. Yeah. We've still got lots of probabilities below. 81%. Transitioning back bullish. Sequence 1. See, we didn't have that at this point, so we'll look at sequence 2 with the higher time frame. Failing to transition, failing to transition. Let's see. Five more minutes for the new hour. It's all about this new hour on those two. Let's keep with YM. We're just going to see whether we can get tagged in. Where the price can just reach up into this gap. Right, tag us in. Let's see. Oh. Where's the gap? Possibly not. That might be in our retracement. It's been one of those days. Crossing the zero line now as well. We need to give it more time. We've got more time for YM. Probably 15 more minutes on this trade. Maybe a little bit longer to get tagged in. If not, we'll remove the limit order. We are highly anticipating NQ will close this hour above the open, being a bullish hour. Yes, below. We'll close below. Then when we start the new hour, we're going to start that tick list again, right? So NQ has been bearish all the way. We've started to then tinker. Now, all this means is that 40% based on the volume, that we've been between 40 and 70%, right? Volume-wise. So we're not even... haven't flipped bullish there at all. I haven't even started to go weak yet. And then we transition back into a strong trend. So, you know, maybe we can expect that on NQ, possibly. Don't know. What we need to see, though, is we need to see the previous low go, which is going to be this low. If we're going to go bearish, I want to see this go. In the next hour. So we've got 1 more minute left. Watching YM. as well. ES, we never broke the high on ES. This was the high. This was the low. We broke the low. Right, we just kind of inside bar. Didn't take the high, didn't take the low. But these were good. Took the low nice and early on that one. We still have an 81% probability of new lows. Now would be a great time to get tagged in. Let's go. Just tag us in. Make sure we got time on our side. Come on. Last minute for NQ. Is it going to close above? Is it going to close below? Close below. Right, just looking at this low now for NQ. So we're corrective bearish. We're bearish on the 2 hour. ES. Bearish, bearish, bearish. So ES is again looking neater. We want to see the logo for ES. We're in on YM. What the hell is going on? Give me a second. We want stop here. 752. All right, and then 4 at 498. Stops run. So we've taken this trade because we have broken lows in. So we have our high in segment 1, which is 47%. We have our low in 612 in segment 612. We have our low in segment 3, which is an 11% probability. Right, so statistically we're more likely in the bearish side of things. We've taken the low of the previous hour. Our algos are pointing bearish. That's why we've taken the trade. If we come here, we'll go take this, we'll take some profit and break even. Alternatively, we take the high gets taken, high gets taken. ES has already, CL's already taken the high. Remember, I want to see NQ and take the previous hour's lows. If we're going to go bearish, we need to be below the open. We need to be taking the previous hour lows. Let's see. Could be at the end of the run. We've had a pig of a session. We had a good trade on gold this morning before I was on here. Then got a break even on YM. Got a partial loss on NQ here. And then now we'll have this trade. So if this loses, then that'll be done for the day. Done for the day. I missed all the good trades yesterday because I was in meetings. It's a shame. I need to get rid of volume off of here. We're up at the open. That's us out. Yeah. Here's what it is. We had everything aligned. Every single thing. Everything. Could have just gone a little bit higher, possibly. But the data gave us our high, right? Let's have a look at NQ. No. Unfortunately, that means I end the day at break even. My profit from gold that we got, I've given it, unfortunately, with a loss on YM and on NQ. It's a break even day. It is what it is. I'm really happy with that trade. Everything's aligned. It is all aligned. We just probably come a little far. Sequence 4. Yeah. Alright guys, I think that's it for me today. Been a bit of a slog this afternoon. I look forward to closing the computer and starting again tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed it. Appreciate your time, guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. See you later.